It is 2 in the morning. The person beside you is breathing slowly, one arm resting heavy across your ribs, completely at peace. And you are staring at the ceiling, heart ticking too fast, doing the one thing this safety was supposed to let you stop doing, bracing. Sleep is the most defenseless thing you do all day. You close your eyes, you stop moving, and you hand over control for hours. A body only agrees to that surrender when it believes, below thought, that it is safe. Researchers call this felt security, the internal signal that allows your nervous system to lower its vigilance long enough to fall. For many, that message never arrives on time, because the love they learned on was unpredictable, warm on Tuesday and gone by Thursday. When love is a coin flip, staying alert is a survival skill. You slept lightly as a child, because sleeping deeply meant missing the moment everything changed. That physical noise you hear at midnight signals a nervous system built for danger, getting genuinely confused by calm. It is an old survival mechanism short-circuiting in the presence of actual peace. The anxious mind cannot tolerate groundless fear, so it goes hunting for a reason. It scans the current relationship for any minor flaw to pin the panic on. He chews too loud. She's a little boring. Something feels off. This flowchart shows how intuition and trauma funnel into identical physical outputs. The nervous system just fires the alarm. Mistaking this shared dread for wisdom, people walk away from steady relationships, convinced their body was warning them, rather than mourning familiar chaos. The physical feeling of panic is very real, but the story the brain tells about that panic is often a lie. Reading that alarm wrong is a trap that destroys healthy love. In a new relationship, some of this wakefulness is purely chemical. Even when the love is safe, the body treats a new partner like a stimulant you cannot stop drinking. This line graph shows the neurochemical surge that occurs during the first few months of attachment. These chemicals drive focus and euphoria, but they also keep the system keyed up long after you've turned off the lights. This cocktail elevates heart rate and body temperature. A warm, fast-beating body is physiologically resistant to sleep. The data on this is consistent. Intensely in love individuals sleep about an hour less per night than their peers, not because something is wrong, but because being newly attached is a physiological event. Lying awake replaying the way they said your name isn't a sign of anxiety. It's the brain's reward system throwing a party you weren't invited to opt out of. Beyond chemistry, the mind uses foreboding joy to protect itself. When a moment feels too good, the brain flashes forward to losing it, rehearsing the ending to soften the blow of a potential disaster. To a nervous system trained on high-conflict passion, stillness feels like a flatline. The body experiences withdrawal from the chaos it recognizes as love, and mistakes that withdrawal for a lack of chemistry, or a sign that the relationship is dying. This diagram, the exhaustion cycle, tracks how midnight vigilance creates daytime problems. You pay for the night in the morning. 4 hours of sleep leads to a thinner skin and a shorter fuse. Exhaustion makes you a more reactive partner. You snap at breakfast, causing your partner to pull back. Your anxious brain misreads that distance as proof that the relationship is failing, and the cycle begins again. The relationship wasn't doomed. The fear simply used physical exhaustion to create the exact evidence of disaster it was looking for. You cannot reason with an alarm system using logic. When you wake at 2, your body doesn't speak in sentences. It speaks in physical cues. To calm it, you have to provide evidence instead of arguments. Human attachment is designed for co-regulation, the process where two nervous systems borrow calm from each other. One steady heartbeat teaches the frantic one that it is allowed to slow down. These waves model co-regulation. By focusing on the unbothered breathing beside you, your lungs borrow their pace. Confessing the fear out loud, "My body doesn't know what to do with this piece yet," provides the physical proof of safety your nervous system needs. That steady person beside you is not the reason you cannot sleep. When you engage them honestly, their physical presence becomes the anchor your own system uses to stabilize itself. You cannot white-knuckle your way to feeling safe. Retraining an alarm requires the repetition of boring, uneventful evenings. You need 100 ordinary nights where you feel the dread, stay anyway, and wake up to find them still there. Biology is on your side. After 3 to 6 months, the early stimulant storm naturally fades. The nervous system begins to stand down as the calmer chemistry of long-term bonding takes over. Safety is not a single event your brain can verify. It is a slow accumulation of ordinary nights where nothing bad happened until the body finally lowers its shoulders and believes it. Lying awake in a healthy relationship represents an outdated survival system learning how to exist in a world it wasn't built for. It is proof of how hard you once had to work to stay safe. But inside this safety, you can finally hear the sentence you needed as a child. Nothing is coming. You can close your eyes.